Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So as I mentioned in my previous video, like natural gas has hit a low right now, and yeah, this low is not sustainable, is not acceptable, and yeah, so we were correct. So I made quite good profit from the last trade as natural gas plunged to around 305 levels. I bought a lot of natural gas call options, and yeah, and I made a good profit out of that. I'm not sure about what was the exact reason for this for this what you can say for this plunge. I don't know, like the level should have been more like above this one 312.4, as I said. It failed again. If you look into the chart properly, you will see like here it has struggled a lot, like starting from 6:30 when the drop happened beyond this level. It struggled till around 10:40. uh, should I consider that phase as consolidation, or what exactly should I? Uh, I have no answer to that. Honestly, I don't know what exactly should I call this particular phase from 6:30 to 10:30, approx 10:40. Okay, 10:30, 10:40 in between. Okay, I'm not sure what should I term that phase as. It doesn't look like because if it was supposed to consolidate, then it would have remained sideways for a long time, but it started to remain sideways from around 8 o'clock Indian time. So yeah, so I don't know like why there was a sudden dip. Then again, this this part I am not sure about this part. Um, I don't know. I'm still having my hopes alive. Like natural gas is going to come around. Although I'm not holding any call options right now, I'm still holding my hopes alive for natural gas pricing to come and hover around 3.325 level. This is the level, and this is a very sweet level, very sweet spot. And I don't know like why there was the plunge from this level, although I was shorting natural gas in the beginning of the day, but this particular plunge is something I am not able to understand. Although yeah, comparing to the previous month, that is the month of December, natural gas was extremely bullish, as everyone knows. Like it went till 492. Okay, right now, like, so there was a risk premium though, a bit of risk premium was there, but that was a little risk. Like the risk premium was not really high. It was because of export. So the expectation was like natural gas is going to, like, the inventory levels are going to decline much more faster, like considering the withdrawal, and the withdrawal has been terrific in the last to last, like the last to last week. Okay, last week it was not that impressive, but last to last week it was really impressive. It was below the 5 years average. So yeah, so I'm still wondering like why these levels are like, yeah, these are good buying opportunities for sure, but yes, but these levels are quite dangerous also at the same time, because the forecast is still bearish for the next like around today is say 5th, to the around 9th, around another 3 or 4 days, yeah, it will be by around Thursday, you can say. It is still not looking good. So when you see these levels, you're afraid like whether you should continue on the trade, or you should just you should just quit the trade. So yeah, it is kind of scary. So I got into call options only because I saw that dropping between below these levels, like 312.4, or else honestly I wouldn't have participated in it at all. I'm still having the belief like it will continue to hover in between this range. It looks like that is what it looks like, because this was the range where it see, this was the range where it started, where it formed a low or previous on the previous day, and again today it is not able to come beyond this level 317.8. Okay, 317.8 used to be a support, used to be a resistance. It is both a support resistance. So if it naturally gas sustains, if it goes beyond 3.317.8, then definitely we're going to see upside. But this is going to be a but this is temporary resistance right now. And in my opinion, this is going to be a support for the time being. 312.4 is going to be a support for the time being, and it also acted as a resistance for some time. I'm not sure about the reason because I was expecting a surge at around these levels. Yeah, 7:30 p.m. Indian time. I was expecting the surge, but it failed to. It sudden like there was a sudden drop and it came around 304 level. 304 is actually not a level right now considering the present situation. So that was extremely surprising to me, and yeah, I just don't know like why that there was a trigger towards this level. A lot of sell-off, like not sure what is the reason. So I'm just trying to go through articles and events right now to see what was the reason. Like we see that or like we saw that sudden plunge here. It was a massive plunge, like from 311 level to 304. It was not imaginable. I couldn't imagine like natural gas falling this much during the time of winter. Yeah, it's winter is still there, but it's not like it's not that cold. So does that make enough sense to like for natural gas prices to plunge this much, but this far from some level like on the upside because of the surge in export to like collapse and see these bottom levels. Yeah, this is a extreme bottom. Like yeah, 312.4 should be the level right now that people should be careful about. If it is coming below the 312.4, then definitely it is creating a lot of buying opportunity. Definitely. I don't see any selling opportunity below this level. And on the upside, as I mentioned before, like 325 is going to be available right now. 325, if we are, it is likely to sustain in between 325 and 312.4. And probably by the time when the forecast again is back to cold, then we can probably see the surge. Right now, just looking at this entire chart, right, it looks like it is going to hover in between 325 on the top and 312.4 at the bottom. So that's my analysis for the remainder of the week, because for the remainder of the week, there are no such event. I'm just expecting Golden Pass LNG to kickstart probably by, because the the LNG export arrived at dock, and it was used for the cooling for the final phase before the export can begin. So it usually doesn't take more than 3 weeks for that cooling thing to happen before the export can actually kick off. Um, so I'm expecting like it arrived by around third week of sorry second or third week of December. The export arrived to the facility. So considering that as an event, I'm expecting natural like the Golden Pass LNG to kickstart operation by this week. This week or towards next week. And there is always a like it was running delayed. The Golden Pass LNG was already delayed by more than several months. I'm not exactly sure about the timeline, but it is already delayed by several months. It was supposed to start operating in, I think, by the first half of 2025, but right now it is 2026. It has not yet started. So yeah, they must be rapidly um, um, they must be starting like the project very soon. And yeah, so Golden Pass LNG is a factor right now for the pricing. I don't think Venezuela factor will matter much in natural gas right now, because Venezuela doesn't export natural gas to any country. It has limited infrastructure in the natural gas segment. Also in crude oil, it has limited infrastructure. So yeah, crude prices are. I think crude prices are kind of right now at the level that I discussed in my previous videos. They are the level, and right now it can if I say like the crude prices can still go have an upside. uh, that will be again like still have an upside towards not it's not going towards 5400 level. It can have an upside around for 5.3. Let me tell you that. It can have an upside for around 5,333 can be the highest levels that it can. Sorry. Short, okay. So, so it can come around 5,000, 5,340 levels. Crude oil can definitely come over here. This is the maximum that it can go for the time being, because there is no escalation in any situation, like in the present situation in the US Venezuela conflict, and there is no other such event happening around. So I don't expect like crude oil can surpass, like can go beyond these levels. So this should be the top on the 5342 should be the level on the top, and at the bottom it should be 5142. Right now, I'm not expecting crude oil to fall beyond this level, 5140 level. I'm not expecting that to fall beyond 5140 level. The reasons are very much obvious. Venezuela has completely, the production of Venezuela is completely halted right now. So that 1%, whatever the output that they used to produce, so that is going to create a bit of shortage in the crude market. So yeah, so I'm not expecting it to fall beyond 5140 level. So that should be the bottom level for the time being. Until like there is some more clarity from Trump or some other world leader, like what exactly they're going to do. Right now, there was a news like there is someone who has, again, like I haven't gone through the news completely. So there is some other leader who has been enacting as a temporary leader for the Venezuelans. So yeah, so that might also trigger some escalation, maybe. So people should be watching like what exactly happening in Venezuela. So that is going to have a big impact on crude prices in the upcoming days. So that's all for the analysis and uh, all that I wanted to discuss here. Thank you very much for watching.